So, Stuart, thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
Pleasure.
So it's great having you over in Ireland. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't much to enjoy.
No, it's definitely a weather to endure, but it's very similar to home.
So tell me, you kind of spent a bit of time over the last 2 days getting in and out of as many agencies as you could.
Yes.
The agents seem to really love the Royal Caribbean brand. From what I've kind of been hearing, you were really, I suppose, looking after the agents during the pandemic.
Yeah, the team, and Michelle and Jennifer have done, I think, an outstanding job for the brand in Ireland over the last couple of years. I joined the business 4 years ago, moved into this role a couple of years ago, just as COVID hit. So I haven't, unfortunately, been able to come over, which just sounds crazy when you're thinking about that length of time. And Michelle and Jennifer, I think, have just done an awesome job with maintaining the constant engagement whilst we've not been able to come out and meet people physically. They've been ever present through all the virtual forums, on the phone. And then I think as a brand, we've certainly tried to do our best. I know it's been certainly right back at the start. It was tough times and it was beyond what anybody expected. But yeah, we've worked really hard with making sure that we can protect commissions. We've supported guests through the FCC process, and right through to now with Cruise with Confidence, giving guests that reassurance that, should the worst happen and they arrive in, say, Barcelona and test positive before boarding, well, we take full care of them and all of their travelling party. So really trying to do everything we can and dot all the I's, cross all the T's that we could do to support guests and the travel agents who've worked really hard to support us for the last couple of years.
I suppose, kind of COVID aside, Europe seems to be huge for you this summer.
Yes, and I think it's been one of there's loads of learnings out of the last couple of years. And I think one of the really important and exciting learnings for the brand is that Europe is bigger and better than ever. So we've got 8 ships sailing in Europe this year. Normally we would have 6. And within that we have Wonder of the Seas, our latest and greatest, so the 5th Oasis class, sailing out of Barcelona. We have Odyssey, who was our latest ship launched last year, and she'll be sailing out of Rome, as well as having Anthem sailing out of Southampton. And then we've just got over 35 different itineraries and options for people to take across Europe. So there really is something from everyone, from families to couples to the whole multi-generational family, which we're seeing quite a lot of.
And I suppose, speaking of Wonder of the Seas, can you tell us a little bit about the launch? And I know you guys have a promotion for the Irish travel agents.
Yeah, we absolutely do. So we're very excited about Wonder coming over and launching in the first week of May, her inaugural summer season over in Europe. And we will be hosting quite a trade event on board. So our biggest trade event for some time, and I think probably one of our biggest ever. So we'll even put Symphony to shame from the last one. So over 2,000 agents we'll have on board, and I think it's a really important opportunity to give people a chance to see the product and get back on board the product and just see what it's all about. And as you'd expect with Wonder, it will continue to push the innovation. It starts with the introduction of the new Suites neighbourhood. So I'm sure all the agents will be familiar with the neighbourhoods on board Oasis, and we now include the Suites neighbourhood, over 20 different dining, speciality and complimentary dining bars. So all of that amazing stuff for everyone to go and see. And we're running a competition for the trade over here in Ireland to win an exclusive cabin for the Irish travel trade on board that inaugural sailing. And all they need to do is blow us away with either the best window dressed in their store, or they can do a social media takeover of all things Wonder. And they have between now and the 28th of Feb, and we will then pull a lucky winner from all of those entries to come and experience Wonder and spend some time with us.
Caroline O'Toole, thanks so much for inviting us down to your fantastic story today.
No, you're very, very welcome. Pity about the weather.
Yeah.
Nothing much, can't really do too much about that.
But what is it about Royal Caribbean that you kind of enjoy so much?
I think, the brand itself sells. You don't really have to put too much selling into it.
Yeah.
The product and the ships, there's always something new.
Yeah.
You know, there's always something like a client goes on a Royal Caribbean ship, they tend to kind of stay with Royal
Yeah.
because there's always a different brand, there's a different ship, there's a different concept, there's, you know, and now with the 2 new ships, you know, it's kind of which one do I go on? Is it Wonder? Is it Odyssey? You know, the itinerary on Odyssey is just like sells really for us really well because it's Eastern Med, but it's the shows, the food, yeah, it's just a perfect brand. Yeah, there's no selling really.
And
I think I'm just going.
yeah,
Not sure I need it anymore.
No, it's just you know you're really confident with a client going out the door that you've sold like a really good product, but the client will always come back.
Yeah.
As I said, they're loyal to the brand and loyal to Royal.
Yeah.
And as I said, I've never had an unhappy client.
Right,
So you know it's testament to the Royal brand. Yeah.
The one question I have to ask on behalf of the trade in Ireland is when are we going to see a CocoCay fan?
Well, yeah, Michelle, Jennifer and I leading the charge on we'd love to have one of those. You know what, CocoCay is amazing. It is the most incredible destination as part of
So you're telling us,
Caribbean.
yeah,
So yeah, watch this space. We'll work on that.
Well, Caroline, thanks so much for having us down in your fantastic store today. And Stuart, once again, thanks for joining us.
Great to have you.
Thanks, Caroline.
Not at all. You're very welcome. Thank you.